all you freaks and geeks out there in podcast land. It's Sunday, November the 10th, and you know what that means. You got yourself a brand new football-filled and jam-packed episode of the AFC Central Revisited show, presented by the Doctor's Orders podcast with the 512 Foot Doctor. The podcast where I meet with our fellow Houston freak and geek and talk the ins and outs from around the league. As always, I'm your host, the 512 Foot Doctor, covering everything Pittsburgh Steelers football, coming at you live and direct from the one and only studio of Life or Death. And joining us all the way from Houston, Texas, our co-host, Douglas Haseman, covering everything Houston Texans football. If you're a returning freak or geek, thank you very much for checking back into our regularly scheduled appointment. And if you're new here, tuning in for the first time, welcome to the Freaks and Geeks family. Freaks and Geeks, my apologies for the late entry on the show. I tried to get it off earlier in the day, but if it foreshadows anything, I was a little too lit around 3 o'clock, and I was extremely busy around 10 o'clock. Had a busy radio day today that fed into a very loud, a very celebratory Sunday, if that says anything about week number 10. I won't foreshadow much. That's what this episode 11, that's what week 11's for. But I do want to drop the feed. As always, shout out to our co-host Douglas Haseman. He's got a big game that we're going to talk about today. And shout out to you, Freaks and Geeks. Continue to listen to the AFC Central Revisited show presented by the Doctor's Orders podcast with the 512 Foot Doctor. And give us a call, 512-900-9226. Hit that podcast hotline, Freaks and Geeks, 512-900-9226. Drop your question, drop your comment. Hit us up with something. We need those podcast hotline, we need it to ring. Let's go. It's covered in dust. It's covered in all the reject candy from Halloween, the candy corn, I don't know what else. It's covered in all that stuff. So let's get a little ring-a-ding-ding over on the podcast hotline. Again, 512-900-9226, and drop your question on the hotline. Let's go ahead and get to it, Freaks and Geeks. This is week 10 of the AFC Central Revisited show. Hell of a week. It was great. Keep tuning in and subscribe to the podcast. Hit us up on Instagram too. I can ramble all day long. Here we go. You're tuned in to the AFC Central Revisited show. 512 Foot Doctor coming at you live. We got Douglas Haseman tuning in from out there in outer space in Houston, Texas. What's up, dog? It's a random fucking Monday for the both of us. There's still in the bye week haze. Still in.
It feels like we're on a bye week, even though we played.
Yeah, y'all
this
had
week. It just feels like so long ago.
Yeah, y'all had the super early Thursday game, so you get nothing on a Sunday, and you're just chilling on a Monday, waiting for the next one to pop off. But what's been good? How was the day?
It's pretty good. I went to a golf simulator.
The simulator now. Okay.
Yeah. I like it more than actually golfing because I feel like I get better practice.
Sure. It's indoors, too.
Yeah, and indoors is pretty easy. I liked it. I shot like shit. Like, it was just as bad as regular golf. Okay. I was like, damn, this thing's just like real life. Went and got a burrito.
Sure.
Got some beers, got some Jester King beers they had at this place out in Webster.
Okay. That's what's up.
I can't remember what the beer was called. It was like a corn ale or something, but it was fucking good.
I had some good-ass beers this weekend, dude. I went out to Fort Worth, did some fuck-around shit, but shout out to Community Pale is it the Mosaic? It's IPA Mosaic, right? Mosaic IPA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that motherfucker was always tried in too. I've been on it before, but the new one I got on was Martin House Pills. That was pretty good. I got down with that one.
That sounds good. I've never had any of their not sour beers.
I've never had any of their stuff. Like, I just got on their stuff because it was all sours, and I was looking for I think that most recent one I sent you, I forgot what it was. It was like an 8% IPA, big ass can with like a zombie on it and stuff like that. That was like one of the first ones I tried, and then I was able to find that Pils. It was pretty dope. Closed off the Saturday night with I was looking for like late night grub. Went to this fucking random ass like Buffalo Bills bar, and they were serving up old reliable fucking art cars. So I was like, I'm going to close the night out with that. And they hit me up with you want tall or short? And I'm like, thinking to myself, no one's ever offered me the tall back where I come from. They don't do that shit. So I was like, give me the fucking tall all day long. I don't know if y'all know what the fuck y'all are doing. But it was in that it was in that big ass like chalice margarita like fucking glass.
Oh yeah.
The big one. Yeah. And I seen fucking St. Arnold's because I've been super out of the fucking IPA game, the fucking higher ABV 7.2s to like 8.5 ABVs, just sticking with the fucking light beers. But they dropped some like Eclipse or something like that. You seen this one? It's like a purple can.
Oh yeah. It's good. It's like really good. I had it on draft.
It's like an 8%, I think.
So, yeah, it was really good though. It tastes awesome.
Yeah, I have to check it out. I only want one though. I got one like I got one art card just chilling in the fucking fridge right now. That I'm gonna crack that on Ravens week. Oh, my fault. I'm thinking I'm going all art cards on Ravens week. So that fucking shout out to me. Be fucking thinking about me because we're gonna go fucking deep. And I think that's
you might as well get some double art cards. Get some double art cards to really dance with the devil. Dude.
Yeah, hell yeah. I seen they drop like these little golden ticket cans. Did you see that shit? Strictly on the art cards. That's pretty dope. Some people have been finding them and shit. But I don't know if I'll.
Damn, I didn't even think about that. I should be scooping 6-packs or something, trying to find one.
Yeah, I think they only come in the 15 ones, which fucking that kind of sucks.
Oh yeah, because you could see it if it was in the 6-pack. You see, like, damn.
I know we're getting off football talk, but have you seen the Texas Craft Brewers Guild fucking glass for Small Business Saturday?
No.
Do you fuck with those at all?
They're cool. I mean, I like them, but I don't like follow their releases.
Yeah, I've gotten on the last 3. 3 years ago was this like really short, like fat glass with like a cowboy skeleton on it. Was sick as fuck. I love that one. Last year was this weird, like, kind of trippy psychedelic one with animals and a lot of like lines and shit. And this year's is like very Western, taller glass. Doesn't look like a Kolsch glass, but almost like plumes out. It's weird. But it's a cool looking glass. I'll have to send you a picture of it. But I'm definitely going out for that. I'm a fucking junkie for glasses. I missed going to 512 anniversary this Saturday, so I'm going to try and go pick up their glass. Their like 16th anniversary. For them, I have like from like number 4 to like number 15. So,
oh, nice.
That one's a pretty good party. It's not bad. They've started to cut down on like how much you can get. It's usually just like 4 beers or 4 half beers. And those half beers turn into like 3/4 beers. You know what I'm saying? And they're all serving them.
Yeah.
Just people like volunteers and shit serving them throughout the little grounds they got. But it's pretty dope. They got another one. I think I sent it to you. It's like the Killing Time Pilsner or some shit like that. It's got like a watch on the can. I haven't tried it, but I want to.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah. But fuck it. Let's get into this. Let me cue up some numbers and shit like that. We do need to talk sports. We do need to talk fucking week number... Forgive me if I'm wrong. Week 9 and going into week 10. Before we get into this shit, let us talk what has already occurred, except for Thursday. Currently, we got... Damn, man. This game's over. Chiefs are going to fucking take the game 24-17 over the Buccaneers on Sunday. Falcons defeated the Cowboys 27-21. The Bills defeated the Dolphins 30-27. Bengals over the Raiders 41-24. I needed that one to go the other way. Chargers over the Browns 27-10. We went to OT with the Titans over the Patriots. That's bad. That's bad football. 20-17.
That game was wild, dude.
Yeah, I don't think I watched that one. Commanders over the Giants. This is good news for the Yins out there. 27-22. Commanders barely took it over the Giants. Saints. Oh, no, that one's bad. Panthers over Saints 23-22 and fired the head coach. What was that, today, right? Or yesterday? Today.
I'm not sure. I hadn't heard that yet.
Yeah,
Damn,
I'm pretty sure that was today. Ravens over the Broncos.
That game was not cool.
Yeah. Ravens over the Broncos 41-10. Eagles over the Jaguars 28-23. Cardinals crushing the Bears. The Bears are not looking good. Even though they're 4-4, they're on such a franchise low. It's bad. Cardinals over the Bears 29-9. Lions over the Packers. They're looking mean. Lions over the Packers 24-14. And what else do we have? We have Rams over Seahawks 26-20. And closing it out, I guess this was the Monday night or the Sunday night game. Vikings over the Colts 21-16. Vikings are turning into just the regular heads now. Lions are starting to get away from everybody else. Who else is looking good? Commanders are still out there. Bengals still look like shit. Browns still look like shit. Bills are still scrapping.
Denver was looking. I think they lost, but they were looking pretty good. Like the quarterback looked pretty good.
Yeah, they're trying to come around. They lost to the Ravens. Ravens are still shit though. It's okay. But yeah, man, that was the week. No Steelers action. No Niners action. Those are the two teams on bye week this week, and that's the week for week number 9. Talk to us about your Thursday night. Hit us with the highs, hit us with the lows, hit us with the goods, the bads, and the uglies. Throw that beer count. What's going down, Douglas Haseman?
Oh, man. Well, there was lots of ugly, lots of bad. I think, I'm trying to think, I don't think I did much on Thursday. I'm sorry for the pause. I feel like I just got bit by a fucking mosquito in my own house.
It's all good.
It's not cool. It wasn't ideal. You know, the game started good. You got a Joe Mixon touchdown, 7-0. And then they retaliated with a Garrett Wilson touchdown. It was tied up. And then we got the Kaimi Fairbairn field goal, got it 10-7 in the third. And I think he missed one in the third also.
I think so.
Which sucks because it should have been 13-7 at that point.
No, I think that was I think that was the fourth.
No, he missed 2. The one that he missed where he got an extra chance.
Yeah. The final one. I didn't know
was in the fourth.
I didn't know he missed 2.
Yeah, no, he missed another one earlier in the game.
Damn.
So that could have went a different way, but not, wouldn't have helped that much.
Oh, shit. Hold on. The fucking I hate to interrupt you. There's 18 seconds in the fourth quarter. Chiefs and Buccaneers are tied. Go ahead.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad I had that offer. I would not be able to to concentrate on this. Yeah.
Talking about the
we missed that one.
Field goals.
Yeah, I missed that one in the third. That sucked. We also had an incomplete pass that really looked like a catch and a fumble and a recovery for a touchdown. But I guess it wasn't, whatever they say. Also, in the fourth quarter, Garrett Wilson, 26-yard pass, that I think he was out. I mean, your shin is connected to your knee.
I want to talk to you about this. Yes, keep going. Go ahead.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It didn't look like he was in. I will say when the super slow-mo, but like how slow-mo are we getting? Like if your heel goes in and then your toe goes out, you're out.
I don't agree with it in any form. And I think we talked about it a little bit, but just based off how they did George Pickens the previous week with the whole have to have 2 feet down, but he tapped right foot, and what really fucked me off was it was the same foot, not the same look, but the same foot. Pickens taps right foot and then taps right foot again and goes out of bounds. They don't give it to him. But you're telling me a motherfucker taps right foot and right shin comes down? Isn't that the same shit?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, what the fuck? Like it. So it's not the foot, but the shin. Like a couple of inches above. You're gonna give them the points on that. That's a fuck up on New York.
Yeah.
That's just I don't agree with that in any fucking aspect of it. Strictly because it occurred. I saw it occurred to a disadvantage for the Steelers just a couple of days before. And it's like, nah, fuck that. If y'all want to y'all can't call fucking heads and tails on that one. That's pretty much the same shit. Very, very, very similar scenarios. So I'm totally fucking against that. That didn't make any sense at all. And I think it's just another fuck up on the refs, another fuck up on New York.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? Yeah. Like in 2008, that's out. You know what I mean? Because they don't have the resolution to see his shin go a little bit before. They didn't have the pixels available. Yeah. So that kind of shit pisses me off. Anyway, so there's a couple ways we could have won this game, or at least not lost as bad. But we still looked like shit. Like Stroud was getting sacked left and right.
Yeah.
We're down. We're down Diggs. We're down Nico. I get it.
Time management is not good.
Yeah. No, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. It wasn't a great showing. But anyway, after that touchdown, they got another touchdown, 21-10, and all we could do was retake with a garbage time field goal. We had a chance to get another touchdown.
Yeah.
Didn't come up with it. Ended in a missed field goal. So even if that ended in a made field goal and we made that other field goal, that alone would have put us 19-21, which is backwards of my prediction.
Damn.
But we do that, and then they maybe had a touchdown that should have been taken off the board. We maybe had a touchdown that should have been kept on the board. But all that aside, we did have more yards than them. We had 302 yards to their 293, but we couldn't capitalize on anything. Really, just a lot of drop passes, a lot of overthrown, underthrown passes.
It should have happened all in the first quarter. It was a fucking waste of a first quarter.
Yep.
But
you live, you learn. And then with beer count, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think I drank about a half a bottle of stout Cabernet that I had from work on that Tuesday, I believe. I can't remember when I got it. But yeah, it was great. Decent wine.
I always want to ask you about these bottles, but I know I need to do it off the record. So let's keep the fucking show.
Well, that one was somebody left that. It was a big party that left it.
Yeah.
So that one was chill. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, me and the other guy that worked the party, we split them up. They left 4 bottles, 4 half bottles. They weren't full. They were.
But you're getting a shitload of wine though.
But, yeah, not a shitload. I get maybe this much for the listeners, about 3 inches of the bottle, all the way up to maybe a half bottle, maybe 70% of a bottle.
You get them often though, right?
Once every week, maybe once every 2 weeks. It really depends on who, because it has to be a customer that doesn't want to take it with them.
Yeah.
And then I'll take that. Or there has been there was a time when I did a wine class and I got to get a couple bottles to take home. Yeah. That was cool.
That's what's up. Well, it looks like fucking Buccaneers and Chiefs are going into OT. That's nice. 24-24. We'll see who fucking capitalizes on that. 4-4 team going up and taking it to a 7-0 team.
I hope it's the Bucks.
Yeah.
Side note, I know it's not really a fantasy podcast, but I did have an awful fantasy week too for a couple reasons. Not awful. I lost 1 out of 3 leagues, so not awful. But the one that I lost is my most important one.
Yeah.
And I was taking a nice peaceful football nap on Sunday, and I just kept hearing Jackson Smith and Jigba, Jackson Smith and Jigba. I'd wake up and hearing Jackson Smith and Jigba. I was watching Red Zone.
Yeah.
And then finally wake up and look at my phone. The motherfucker scored 34 points on me.
Oh, shit.
I can't believe it. He just destroyed me. And then I lost. I'm currently losing, and I'm not going to win because I don't have anybody playing, by 8 points. So,
man.
Yeah, that's how that one went. But, you win some, you lose some in fantasy and in real life football.
That's it.
We're going to go on. We're going on to week 10. It's going to be sick.
Fuck yeah. Halfway through.
We got the Lions, dude.
Ooh, let's talk about that. But I know I wanted to talk to you about something real quick. What the fuck? It was just on my mind. It wasn't beer count. What was it? Oh, it was beer count. I know it was a bye week. I didn't drink on Sunday. Nothing.
Hell yeah.
So I feel. I mean, I talked to you about I don't drink on Sundays outside of the season. If it's a bye week, the boys ain't playing, beers ain't flowing. That's it.
Yeah, it's a good move. Take a little break
for sure. But all right, man, we're halfway there, and it's kind of I want it to slow down. That's all that I can say for that. We're just closing up on that. I do want it to slow down because it is. I don't know. It's gonna be over. Or it's gonna be playoff time before we fucking know it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it's going quick. Yeah. It's going real quick.
And seeds are starting to playoff scenarios. I know it's super early, but playoff pictures are starting to establish themselves, and they can change at any fucking moment in time. But it's looking. Numbers are starting to lock themselves in, and fucking teams are starting to lock themselves in. They're starting to get the flow. They're starting to get everything they need. Before we talk about individual games, let's just talk about the overall action this week on week number 10. Thursday night, we got Bengals at Ravens. We got, let's see, and that's the only one I'm going to do the ad at. We got Giants and Panthers. That's that's the Thursday night game with the 7:30? Oh, the 8:30 a.m. game. Giants and Panthers. We got the noon. This is the noon series. Patriots versus Bears. Bills versus Colts. Broncos versus Chiefs. We got Falcons versus Saints. We got 49ers versus the Buccaneers. We got the Steelers versus the Commanders. 12 o'clock still. We got Vikings versus Jaguars. We shift into the 3 o'clock slot. We got Titans versus Chargers. Eagles versus Cowboys. Jets versus Cardinals. And look at you. 7:20. We got the fucking Texans versus the Lions in Houston, motherfucking Texas. You should go to that one, dude. That'd be sick.
I'm thinking about it. I've never been to a night game at NRG.
That's the one to go to, man.
So that'd be pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm off that day. I might just go fucking tailgate.
Hell yeah. Not to take away from that because that's big action. But we got Monday night, Dolphins versus the Rams. But back to your shit. That's gonna be fun, man. That's heavy fucking action. A lot on the line on that one. Hopefully, I don't go into a 2-game slump. If you do, there's coming back for it. There's definitely fucking coming back for it. But that's gonna be a heavy.
We're getting Nico back. We're getting Nico back, I think, for that game. I think I'm not 100% sure, but that's his slated comeback day.
That's good. That's what's up. Let me go. Since it's been heavy on Texans. Since it's bye week, I'll cover mine, and then I'll give you the honors to hit that fucking Sunday night action and fill us in on your take on that. So we got Steelers, Commanders. Commanders are currently 7-2. They won their previous game. Who'd they play? I forgot. I called that a second ago.
That was a really good game too. Yeah.
Played the Giants. That's who Steelers just previously defeated in week number 8. Not that means anything, but it can. So let's see. What have they been putting up? First, they got a loss. They're on a 3-win stretch. I think the Steelers are on a 3-win stretch as well. First loss was game 1, Buccaneers. 37. They put up 20. They're in the Giants division, so week 2 for them, they beat the Giants 21-18. Week 3, they beat the Bengals 20-33. Week 4, they beat the Cardinals 42-14. So they are shifting into a higher. Once they hit week 3, they shifted into a higher scoring team. Week number 4, they defeated the Cardinals 42-14. I think I just said that. Week 5, they defeated the Browns 34-13. They lost to the Ravens the following week 30-23. They beat, and I'm going to say it here first on week number 10. And I've been saying it the entire time, but this is in true, honest, it's favoring, but reducing fashion. Pittsburgh Steelers are a better organization, better team at the moment with a hotter hand, and I think they got a better direction than the Ravens. So they're gonna win, as I'm always gonna fucking say. But I feel a little bit more confident in saying that while they defeated the Browns, they defeated the Bengals, that's nothing. They did lose to the Ravens, and I think that the best AFC North team can do that exact same thing. And that was a home game. So let's just figure that was a home game for the Ravens. We shift off into the Panthers. They won 42. The Commanders won 42-7. They defeated the Bears 18-15. That's a close game right there. It's not a great organization versus the Bears, and that was at home for them. Then they went to New York last week, and they defeated the Giants 27-22. So they put up a lot of numbers. They put up some really, really big numbers, averaging above 30 quite often. They've hit 42. They've hit 40 at least twice. So these definitely look like your offense has to be working to put up a lot of points like that, working successfully. And they're reducing their opponents to, on average, no more than 20 points quite often. There's some 20s, there's some 18s, 14s, 13s, 23, 7, 15, 22. Oh, man, I'm trying to give you a number here. I'm trying to give you this number. Go to the Steelers numbers really quick. Check those bad boys out. Another thing I wanted to touch on going into this is a heavy road dog team. It's been a heavy road dog fucking team.
Very true.
So, and I've said that in the past. I'm looking forward to watching that occur at Falcons, at Broncos, loss at Colts, at Raiders, and so that's 3 out of their total games they've played so far on the road that they've won. Let's see. What do I want to do? It's gonna hit 30s, and I feel like it's gonna hit 30s for both teams. So let's see. 35-32 Steelers.
Nice.
That's what I'm gonna hit.
35-32. I want to put that down. 35. Yeah.
Hopefully that pops off because currently Steelers still lead AFC North, first in the division, 6-2. I don't know how they worked that because Baltimore is 6-3. I forget where it cuts out on why that they're lower. Oh, okay. No, my fault. I'm just not reading right. Yeah, that's it right there. I don't know. I wanted to talk about like possible wide receiver trades. That's huge. When's the fucking deadline? Is it today?
I think it might be today. It's sometime this week if it's not today.
And I'm kind of disappointed. Is that when is it? Give me the number. Tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Well, yeah.
So, I don't know, man. Steelers are still heavily in the hunt for a receiver. And while fucking we were sucking Omar Khan's dick for heavy in the beginning of the season for making all these adjustments and all these trades, all these acquisitions, he hasn't come through on the wide receiver 2 that is needed. A lot of passed up opportunities on recent receivers that just went by.
Whatever happens, I hope Jaylen Warren ends up somewhere where he can be like the guy, because I got him on my fantasy team and I'm like hurting for a running back. I really need one. So
I don't think he's going. I don't think he's going anywhere, dude.
All right, well, it'd be cool. It's not Najee Harris. You got Najee Harris too. You don't need both. Sure.
No, I like them both. I do. I know there's a third guy in there, Patterson. I think I could be wrong, but that sounds familiar.
Cordarrelle from the used to be on the Falcons.
But I like the duo. See, I like the duo they had last year. There was a heavy Warren, Najee, just back and forth, and they're starting.
Yeah, I know. That's why I drafted him.
Yeah, they're starting to hit that this year, but it is not anything of what they did last year. But hopefully, I don't know. Going into this week, week 10, like we've been talking, we get some of that action. One of the big benefits is coming off a bye. So they got a nice amount of rest. The travel's not too far to Maryland. And we'll see what's up, man. We'll pass it over to you for your predictions for Sunday night.
All right. Well, we got we're not really coming off a bye, but we are coming off like 9 days rest, I guess. Is that math right? So that'll be good. We need it. We're getting Nico back. I'm excited about that. Hopefully everybody's healthy. Hopefully maybe we get rid of Tunsil and get some good O-line in there by Sunday. Who knows? But looking at all what Lions are doing, it's not looking good. They're putting up a lot of points. Even going back into like last year, it's like they have very few games under 30 points.
Yeah, they are putting up a lot.
So I think I'm going to have to go. I'm going to give Lions. You know what? I'll make it like a fun shootout. I'm going to go Lions 42, Texans 47.
Okay.
It'd be fun. And that would be real fun, but we'll see how that goes. I'm calling it close, just like last time. I was like, I'm tired of calling it blowouts, and then it ends up being close. So. Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
Well, hopefully with some rest, y'all can get back on to being aggressive and fucking CJ can get some shit done because it occurred, but it didn't occur quick enough last week and frequently enough to be victorious. So we'll see what's up, man. You're right on that. Just off O-line protection. I do agree on that. I forgot to touch base that I believe Cam Sutton is coming back off of suspension for the Steelers. I want to look into that really quick. And then I want you to fill us in. I know this will be like our closing little hit here. I know you talked about the Deshaun Watson contract. You sent me that little document there. I want to talk about that a little bit, and then we'll just fucking close it out. But I'm looking for, here we go, Steelers shit. Cam Sutton, where's this dude at? So I forget where he comes from, but he was, I want to talk about him, and I want to talk about another wide receiver. He was like praised and highly regarded when they traded him over. So let's see, is he going to be off IR or suspension? Where are those heads at?
Was he from Denver? You get him from Denver?
I don't remember. I really couldn't tell you. Let's see. Let's see. So he's a cornerback. What was his previous team? Stats. Detroit.
Ah, yeah.
Detroit in 23. So I forget what suspension he's serving. I forget what he did, but had to serve like 8 games. So it's fucking back. We'll see how that plays off. It's got to fit in. So I think he's.
That reminds me though that the Lions, I think, have a wide receiver coming off of a PED suspension.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, is it Williams? I think Jameson Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's coming back, I think, week 10. Oh, man. Well, he's not like their best guy, but the more guys they have, the worse. Mm-hmm. So that's not looking good.
Yeah, so I think Cam Sutton's going to take over Beanie Bishop's spot, which is going to be kind of shitty to see because that dude hauled in like fucking 3 interceptions in the past 2 games, and that was pretty dope to see him. But hopefully Cam Sutton gets some action in there. I do want to fucking see more, and we talked about it last week. I want to see more fucking Justin Fields action, but I don't think it's happening, dude. I don't think it's happening at all until quite possibly next year. If Russell Wilson goes into Washington, and comes out with the win, it's I think it's kind of sealed. It's definitely sealed for the moment, even more. But, that's it, man. Oh, let's talk about that fucking Deshaun Watson thing that you sent me.
Oh, yeah, just the amount of money that they wasted on him is crazy.
Let me get to that real quick.
So I'll look it up. Yeah,
it's a span of how many games? Let's see. A span of
51 games.
And
yeah,
of those
51 games.
Of those 51 games, he played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. He played 19 fucking games, dude. That's fucking bad.
For $230 million.
Yeah.
And he got them like how many yards?
Where's the yards?
How many yards did he get? Yeah, let me see. Well, he didn't get a single game over 300, which is great.
But not only trading away 3 first-round picks, 1 third-round pick, and 2 fourth-round picks, that's going to be... I'm glad.
I didn't even think about that.
That's going to be devastating for the fucking Browns organization, which is great, by the way. But... yeah. That's just crazy. 60% through his record-breaking 5-year contract. Fuck. And they got to hold on to that fucking guy. Who does that?
Playing 20...
Who clears
20 games,
shit,
dude, in 2.5 years. Yeah. 2.5 years, 20 games.
From Baker to that, right?
That's like one season with like a couple playoff wins.
Yeah. Yeah. This dude's
that's
terrible.
Crazy.
So bad. But hopefully with a new kid, what's his name? Winston?
Oh, yeah. You called him kid. It kind of threw me off. He was like, yeah. Probably
hopefully that comes out hot, and hopefully he can lead the organization. And
I mean, he looked like shit last Sunday.
So, man, let's see. What's the time clock looking like? It's just random. It's a random fucking Monday. We're just in the abyss of football behind us, and we're just looking for fucking football in front of us. But
yeah, I got to deal with the goddamn election, dude. No football to distract me for the next 4 days.
How are you gonna deal with that shit?
I'm chilling. I got some steaks. I almost cooked a steak tonight, but I'm just gonna do that tomorrow.
Are you gonna watch?
Some steaks. Nah, probably not. I mean, I usually just kind of like I'll watch like Twitter or something.
Did you put any money on the game?
On the election? Nah, yeah. Should. You can do that now.
A lot of heads are.
Yeah.
We'll see who clears.
Might not be a bad move.
I don't think so. But fuck it. All right, man. This has been the AFC Central Revisited show. We covered week number 9. You locked in here. Appreciate you. Continue to listen. Remember, it's 512-900-9226. I'll tell you about that number again after we shut this bad boy down. Douglas, you want to say anything? Shout-outs? Any fucking dates? What you got?
No, I think... Don't got anything coming up. R.I.P. Colin. I'll put that on there.
That's for sure. For sure. We're gonna roll into week 10. We got a couple more hours to wait, but it's gonna be here quickly, and it's gonna be a fucking joyous week 10. And that's all we got, man. Well, freaks and geeks, that's all she wrote. As always, I want to thank our co-host Douglas Haseman for coming in, giving us the rundown, giving us the review of week number 9 in the NFL, and giving us his predictions for Houston Texans football for week 10. Freaks and geeks, thank you for listening. And remember, new episodes of the podcast are released every Sunday, just before the game. Now check it out. Do us a favor. Go subscribe to the AFC Central Revisited show, presented by the Doctor's Orders podcast, on whichever podcast platform that you prefer. Make sure you leave a comment and rate the podcast while you're there subscribing. It's extremely important, freaks and geeks. Hit the subscribe button. It's all free. Just throw us the subscription. We're coming at you week in and week out, heading into week 10. Still got half the season to cover. Still got some amazing football, some fast, some heavy hitting, some high scoring football to cover. Just subscribe, freaks and geeks. Hit the podcast hotline up as well. That's 512-900-9226. drop your question that will be featured on the next episode of the AFC Central Revisited show. You'll get that question heard live on the air. You'll get a shout out, and you get a shout out at the end of the episode as well. It's all about those questions, Freaks and Geeks. 512-900-9226. Be sure to follow us on Instagram. Myself, the 512 Foot Doctor, THA 512 FOOTDR, and Douglas Haseman at How I Dougie. And continue to tell Freaks and Geeks that you know about the podcast. Remember, the AFC Central Revisited show is a Life or Death Studios production. Freaks and Geeks, keep cheering on your squad. Keep rooting. Keep tooting. Keep standing the fuck up. Keep crushing beers. Keep it up, Freaks and Geeks. Got some amazing football still to come. We'll see you on the next one. Don't be late.